Around the Scandalar's football center, Michigan State players are constantly reminded of who their rivals are. It's inescapable.
Drew has Teague with him in the shotgun. Tosses to Teague, trying to turn the right corner. Jason on his feet. Inside the 5. He's into the end zone. He high strides for 6 for the Spartans. 19 yards for a touchdown, folks. And the Spartans celebrate in South Bend.
Dan Conroy with the biggest kick of his life. Oh, they'll fake it. Bates throws it. He's got him. And wide open. He's got Charlie Gann inside the 10. He can walk in. Spartans win. Touchdown, MSU.
For Michigan State, it's Notre Dame week. Heading into the 2013 football season, it was no secret that the Spartans were in need of playmakers to emerge at the quarterback and wide receiver positions. And fall camp was the main battlefield that these position battles took place.
Through August and the first couple of weeks of the season, it was difficult to get the quality reps, quarterback and the wide receiver position, to get those guys working together, you know, your starting quarterback with your starting receivers. That was a challenge, and you know, probably one that we weren't successful with.
With the depth and talent at these positions, it was only a matter of time until playmakers and leaders would surface.
I think we've really worked at just keeping our focus and understanding that when you get thrust into leadership, or you might say a starting position, you know, you're going to become exposed at times, and so you're trying to strive for perfection as a player, and so every day you're looking at that avenue, and you know, it's just reaching down and staying tuned in really one play at a time and trying not to let outside distractions affect it.
And now, entering the 4th week of the season, a few of these players have begun to surface after stellar performances in Week 3 against Youngstown State.
Pendleton offsets the eye left in front of Riley Bulla. Play fake to Riley, now fake on the end around, and thrown into the end zone. Touchdown, all by himself, Trevin Pendleton. Touchdown, MSU. Ball at the 13. Spartans will snap it in a hurry. Cook rolls to his right, throws on the run for Sims. Andre Sims over the shoulder catch. He's at the 5, he's at the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU. Connor Cook.
In just his second career start, redshirt sophomore Connor Cook was the first quarterback since Brian Hoyer in 2007 to throw 4 touchdown passes in one game.
Yeah, Connor's done a great job from when we started off in August through 3 games. Obviously, he's come a long way from a completion standpoint. Done a great job as far as throwing the football down the field, and he's been very accurate. But I think the biggest thing with Connor now is his confidence. I mean, he has grown, and certainly last week when we sat him down and told him, this is your game, this is your offense, this is your huddle, you take it and run with it. I think it was obvious. And I've heard comments how relaxed he was in the huddle. I think it's been a big boost for him, so I think that's been the biggest thing.
Well, I think you've seen you know, great evidence as far as, you know, his progress in the first 3 games, and so, you know, we're excited where he's at, made some plays, you know, and did a nice job, you know, throwing 4 touchdowns and taking care of the football. And just like we talk in this room, you know, truly at this position, you got to manage, you know, the offense, manage the game, and make great decisions.
I feel like I've made my greatest strides at quarterback and just the overall knowledge of the offense, feeling comfortable, feeling confident in the play calls, feeling confident in my ability to make plays and put the ball downfield.
Connor's made his greatest strides every week. Every week he gets better, every week he gets more command of the huddle. Last week you could see the progression he made throughout all the fall camp and throughout the couple weeks of the season, because you know, he just had the job solidified for himself, and he's able to go out there and play with a lot more confidence.
Connor, he stepped in pretty well. He's delivering the ball on time, and he has been accurate. So it just feels good finally getting somebody out there and having one person out there to get used to.
Wide receivers Benny Fowler and McGarrett Kings also stepped up in the passing game, as they each recorded a receiving touchdown for the Spartans.
2 tight ends, 2 running backs. McGarrett Kings alone, wide out. He's wide to the right, winding up and throwing for Kings in the end zone is Connor Cook. Great grab in traffic, Touchdown, MSU!
Look at that, George. Number 3. I'm telling you, he is explosive.
Langford, the running back, ball at the 17 of Youngstown State, 1st and 10. Connor Cook throws right side. Benny Fowler breaks away from the tackle. He's at the 5. Benny diving for the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU. Great play by Benny Fowler.
You know, now that we've sort of settled in, I think it's been a plus that those guys are working together, that Connor knows where receivers are going to be a little bit more, and it's still just the beginning, so hopefully it continues to grow, but it was certainly a challenge, and I'm not sure it's possible to do what we tried to do through the first couple of weeks, so I'm glad we've settled in with things right now.
I just think we have to continue to build on our performances. You know, last week we did really well against Youngstown State, and we got to build on that. We can't be satisfied where we're at. We got to continue to get better and better week in and week out. And I feel like this is just, you know, we found out what our players are capable of doing. We found out our receivers what they're capable of. And I feel like, you know, they have confidence. We have confidence in them. Everyone has confidence in them. And I feel like this is just the beginning for our offense.
Our hope is that after last week and a little bit of success we had in the pass game, our guys stepped up at receivers. At quarterback, our hope is that this is just the beginning of something that can be a pretty good passing attack to be able to complement our running game. You know, we had some receivers, some of the young guys stepped up from a receiver standpoint, made some very good catches. But at the same time, some of our older guys got back in the flow of things with Benny Fowler and Tony Lippett and performed very well and made some very good catches and made some good plays. So we've done a good job of working those guys back in, and I think the rhythm and the timing as far as between Connor Cook and our receivers as a whole, you know, the top 2 groups basically, are going to continue to improve.
Although it was just one game, it is a positive light for the Michigan State offense as they prepare to hit the road for the first time this weekend and take on the nationally ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Hey guys, how we doing? Excited to go down to Notre Dame, South Bend this weekend. You know, it's probably, I think it's the 6th time I've been down there as a coach. 3 times, I think, well, 2 times in the 90s, and then once in 2007, and then 9 and 11. So, great atmosphere. Excited about it. I think our players are going to be excited as well. When you look at Notre Dame right off the bat, I think you see a very good football team. Obviously, you're very impressed with their personnel. You're also impressed with their coaching aspects, and we expect a great football game as we go down there. I think it's our first opportunity to play an away game, so have to take that into context. So it's a little bit different for us, but I think it's good for us at this point in time during the year as we begin to go on the road in the Big Ten Conference. Also look at it as being which I said Sunday night, being a high-profile game for us. So it's probably the first one we've played, one of many, again in the Big Ten Conference, so it'll be an opportunity to gain that experience as well. And as I said on Sunday, we're going to find out a little bit more who's who in terms of our football team and as we move forward. So it's going to be exciting to see that. The thing that you recognize about these big rival games for us is that there's going to be 10,000 people that are down there that are Spartan fans. I mean, that's reality. Our band's going to be down there. And that's exciting to see them right there on the sideline. So it sort of brings together, much like when they come here. There's a lot of Notre Dame fans when they come here. So it's sort of, you're not down there by yourself. So you sort of feel that, and it gets you going. It's exciting. It's a great atmosphere to play in.
I think the challenges that we're facing, obviously one is the crowd. Instead of having 70, 80,000 people cheering for us, we're having 70, 80,000 people booing us. So I think that's going to be the challenge that right there facing alone, that, you know, we're going to hostile territory.
I expect the worst, actually. The crowd going to be loud. We in hostile territory. They don't like us, obviously, because it's a rivalry game, and we go in, the fans gonna be loud, they go be cheering, and we just got to match the intensity what they match. And when we match the intensity, and when we make the plays, we make the adjustments to the big plays where we know to be playing both offense and defense and special teams. The crowd gonna get back down, and they're gonna be quiet, and then it's just gonna be all on us again.
I mean, it just brings more excitement. Just knowing the history that goes behind the game, the historic programs going against each other. it just brings added excitement to the game. Basically, you playing not only for the name on your back, but it's more so for the name on the front of the jersey.
I think the mindset we need to take into this game is don't look at it just as a road game and don't pay attention to the crowd. We got to play our game, which we've been doing the last 3 games we already played. Come in with the same mindset. We go prepare like always, and we go be ready to play when it comes on Saturday.
Well, it's bragging rights, and it's bragging rights in any game, but when you play for that trophy game, it's a little something special. It's a little extra. You got that's on display that, right now hasn't been on display 2 years, here at the Scandalaris building. But, it's something special when you beat them and you walk around a football building, you see that megaphone sitting in there. So you can just look at it and say, yep, we did it. That's what, we finally got them. So it's bragging rights, and it's a good feeling for, the whole entire year.
Basically, everybody's got to stay together. Go down there as a family, play as a family, make plays as a family. We know we're going into a hostile environment with it being a rivalry, and we basically got to stay together and rely on our brothers.
When the Michigan State football team heads into the hostile environment of South Bend, Indiana this weekend, the team will not be alone. Thousands of Spartan faithfuls from all over will also head to Notre Dame to support their team. It is the support not only at home games, but also road games that makes Spartan Nation such a unique fan base.
I mean, my family's from Notre Dame, but it's a road game for the Spartans. I just come out here and root for my boys. It's a road game, it's my school, I bleed green, I bleed white. I come out here and I support them any way I can.
I'm an alumni from 2012, and so coming on the road is really important to me because as an alumni, it's really hard to get to games in East Lansing sometimes. So on the road is sometimes easier, but at the same time, that's when our Spartans need the most help. They really need Spartans to come out when they're not at home, when they have as many fans as they can. And being at Notre Dame is a big thing for me too. This is my 8th game that I haven't missed between the rivalry between Notre Dame and Michigan State. So this one's my favorite one.
Oh, it's a wonderful experience. You're in the minority because you're outnumbered by the home fans.
Well, it's nice to cheer the team on because anytime you have fan support, it seems to fire up the players, fires up the coaches, and it's great to get loud and proud in front of the home team.
It's definitely hard sometimes coming into foreign territory, especially when sometimes you're the bad guy or the underdog, but all the more reason to be strong and proud to be a Spartan.
I never feel when I'm around Michigan State people like it's new people. I always feel like I'm around family. So coming to another stadium, I can always find someone who's rooting for Michigan State, and they always, they take me in like I'm their family, and I take them in like they're my family.
Well, I'll be honest with you, coming to the games, some of the best part about coming over the years is all the people we've got to meet and to realize how many people are alum from Michigan State that still follow the team. It's not just us and our family, but there's so many other people that follow Michigan State on a regular basis. It's a real good feeling to meet other people.
It's like nothing, you go to any sporting event and you always want to know that being there makes a difference. And being on a road game, it's the moment when you realize that you do make a difference. That small group of fans making all that noise in a fan group of 80,000 people that are against you. You just want to do what you can for your team, and they when they produce, you always like to think you're a big part of that.
We're here. We all want our team to be successful, but we're going to leave here today with a wonderful experience and more stories to tell. It might be from the game, it might be from the tailgate, it might be from the trip home, but we're going to tell those stories, and that's why we're here.
It's Michigan State and Notre Dame from Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend on a good-looking afternoon for football.
And let this be no mistake, this is the first true road test here, the only road test that we've had so far. And we know it's Connor Cook's show, George, and it doesn't get any more prime time than right here, right now in Notre Dame Stadium.
Atkinson far side at the 1. Here's the run-up and the boot. Atkinson from the goal line. A little bit of an angle to his right across the 5, cuts back left at the 10, and is filled at the 15-yard line. Nice tackle. Snap is high, brings it down, gets it blocked. It's blocked off the side of his foot, rolls upfield across the 25, and out of bounds in the neighborhood of the 31-yard line. Matt Maxud blocked the punt. It all started with a shaky snap from Scott Daly, but the Spartans had 10 guys up. They were coming. Here's the put down, and he missed it. He missed it wide left. Reese all by himself in the shotgun. Has time. Throws deep right sideline into the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Daniels. Good Spartan coverage.
Great coverage.
And back by Darquez Denard. It's incomplete.
Nice hit.
Second down 10. MSU with their 29. Shotgun snap to Connor Cook. Flush to his right. Being chased by Ishak Williams. And he flings it out to Jeremy Langford. Langford's up to the 40, and he's got a first down for Notre Dame. Good snap and a solid put down. The kick is on the way, and it's good. At the end of quarter number 1 at Notre Dame, it's Notre Dame 3 and Michigan State nothing.
Tommy Reese doing a lot of lobbying with the referee there before both of those plays, George, trying to get something called on the Michigan State Spartan defense.
Here's the snap. Reese with a little time. He'll loft it for Robinson, and it is incomplete just inside the 10-yard line on this near right sideline, but there's a flag on the play.
Pass interference, defense number 15.
Luke Massa to hold. It's down, it's up. He missed it. He missed it wide left, 3rd and 7. Spartans at their 41. Nick Hill to the right of Connor Cook. Shotgun snap. The throw by Connor Cook, caught by McGarrett Kings. He comes right back, makes the grab, and is hit down at midfield. He's got a first down. The snap from Travis Jackson. Heats on Connor Cook. He'll throw end zone. Falling down grab is made by McGarrett Kings. Touchdown, MSU. On the left side of the end zone, McGarrett Kings went up with Elijah Shoemate. He came down with the ball. Connor Cook takes a knee, and that'll do it. And at the half, it's Notre Dame 10 and Michigan State 7. Ten to 7 Notre Dame. Here is the kickoff, flat kick. 2 or 3 hops inside the 5-yard line to McGarrett Kings. McGarrett Kings out across the 15, set to the right. Burbridge set left. Back to throw goes Connor Cook. Flushed, he'll throw it short. Crossing catch made by Aaron Burbridge at the 30. He's got a first down. Connor Cook under center. Jamal Lyles on at tight end. Lines up on the left wing, goes in motion right. Play fake by Connor Cook. Now he'll throw right side. Caught by Lyles. Lyles makes the grab near the right sideline here at the 40-yard line of Notre Dame. Is he ever pumped? Young Michael Geiger, who is 1 for 1 on PATs, will try his first career field goal from the right hash mark. It's a 25-yard try. Mike Sadler will hold it. It's down, it's up, it's good. He split the uprights. The snap. The throw, left side for Daniels, covered by Darquez Denard, is incomplete. Connor Cook under center. Connor Cook hands to Langford. Off left tackle, running room, Jeremy Langford to the 45. Has some pressure, but unloads deep middle. It is picked off by Darquez Denard. There's going to be a flag thrown on the play. Darquez is into the end zone, turns it upfield left side. He's out over the 20 and the 25, all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Pass interference, defense
at the end of the play. As time runs out here in the 3rd. At the end of 3 at Notre Dame. It's the Spartans 10 and Notre Dame 10. The 4th quarter comes up next from South Bend. 2 wideouts to the right. Hand off to McDaniel, running right is to the 5. He's got daylight into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. This was a hard-fought football game.
Obviously a tough loss today on the road. thought we came in here prepared mentally and physically to play a great football game. Very hard-fought game, defensive game. I thought the environment was outstanding and prepares us for the next step, which was when we go to Iowa. But our guys played hard. That's what we asked them to do. They had an opportunity to win in the end. Came up short. So that's how we got to deal with it.
Yeah, I thought we made some good plays on defense and offense. And we came out and we were physical. I think both teams will admit that both teams played physical today. And unfortunately, we just didn't make the play at the end. But I thought we played better than we did last year in our loss, to Notre Dame. So I think that's the upside.
I think that we can take a lot of good things from this game. We ran the ball very hard. We just got to learn from our mistakes. Can't drop any balls, including myself. I thought we were excellent. I thought we were really good in pass protection. I think we gave up only one sack. Probably shouldn't have happened, but it did. We got a bye week. We're very, very close to being a good team, and I think down the road we're going to be very well.
Well, I think this is a week of growth for us. We have to grow as an offense. We got young players out there playing at times, so that they got an opportunity to play in a big-time atmosphere, and that's got to go a ways with them. Also, I think that you got to see how we performed on defense and understand that, hey, we can do this every week, and we can build on the things that we have. So frustrating, you come up with 13 points, you got to score more points than 13 if you're going to win a football game. The chances of that are not very high when you score 13, but we'll push it. I like our football team. I like their resiliency. We're competitive, and that's what we'll have to do as we continue on moving through this season. You got to just continue to compete. You find out a little bit more about yourself every week.